Saturday, it's Beast versus Jungle Grrrl.
Who can keep it together? Because this victory means someone gets Tessa Blanchard and the title shot. This is gonna be war.
Plus a dark and twisted tag team extravaganza.
The WOW Tag Team title belts belong around the waist of the Psycho Sisters.
That was a quadruple headbutt.
All new WOW Women of Wrestling. Saturday, 8/7 Central on AXS TV.
What's up, everybody? Episode 7 talk today. WOW Women of Wrestling, Season 2, Episode 7, preview show. Preview meaning no spoilers, just enough to get you ready as each and every Saturday, 8 p.m. on AXS TV. And oh my God. If you haven't checked out, first of all, just a quick disclaimer. If you have not checked out the other episodes, you want to catch up here because like Episode 7 is literally I think it's probably the most pivotal episode of the entire season, but this is absolutely the best and stacked card of 4 matches thus far this season, period. I mean, because each one of these matches just got so much attitude to them, and they're the dream matches. When you look at the WOW roster, like when you can put together pieces of things you want to see, I saw 4 matches 100%. I was like, I cannot wait. And like I said, Dave McClain, he wasted no time on this episode because he made matches right in the beginning of the show, and he came out swinging because they are amazing matches here. But again, I just want everybody, please, if this is the point that I say that. Like, because all the other episodes, I said, like, you know, if you've been a little bit out the loop, the episode does a really good job as far as getting you up to speed with things, introducing characters and so forth. And that's fine because this episode does that too. But no. You have got to see the history of some of these matches that are made on this episode because it's just across the board. Again, is the best card put together on an episode, period. So 4 great matches, a lot of implications online, a lot of respect, a lot of attitude, like I said, and it's absolutely thrilling. But let's first start off again. Dave McClain, he wasted no time. All the stuff that's been happening with the number 1 contender picture with Jungle Grrrl and the Beast, Dave's not playing. He usually Dave doesn't know what to do. He either leaves it to Tessa and her shenanigans with Sophia Lopez, whatever it may be. That's how matches have been getting made. But Dave, he wanted some matches, some of his personal favorite matches, and he made some of the hard decisions. And one of the first things he did is absolutely saying, in this main event, we're getting Jungle Grrrl versus the Beast. So look, the worlds collide because these two have been going down the same path in trying to get their one-on-one title shot with Tessa Blanchard, and there's been so many different speed bumps, roadblocks, and so forth. But this is it. This is the show that in the main event, there's no loopholes on anything. Jungle Grrrl versus the Beast. We'll talk a little bit more about it in a second. But first match, we got tag team action. The Monsters of Madness, Havok and Hazard. So Havok, who's been in the number 1 contenders picture, has taken a step back from that, but with the same attitude, is pursuing championship goal in the tag team division along with her tag team partner Hazard. I mean, you're talking about literally 2 of the biggest and baddest on this roster, period, against the Bully Buzzers. So we've seen the Bully Buzzers earlier in the season with Stephy Slay and Keta Rush. Now, them two have had a lot of singles success, but as we've seen for the first time, they had to still hash out some of the tag team chemistry. And if they are planning on ultimately getting a victory here, they're going to have to hash it out quick because the Monsters of Madness, they're nothing to be messed with. Like, absolutely hard-hitting, and again, 2 of the biggest and baddest on the roster. So that's a very, very entertaining match with different styles and different styles and technique clashing. as we neared sooner or later the championship, the championship match for the Wild Tag Team Championships. So the next match here now, Serpentine. So we've seen Serpentine earlier in the season, who was obviously managed by Sophia Lopez. You know, every time something's with Sophia Lopez, it's just always some trickery with her. She always gets her mark. She gets her match. Her clients are always well taken care of. I mean, she's just, she is the world's greatest attorney, and she gets things done. So early in the season, we've seen Serpentine versus Tessa Blanchard. Cool. Serpentine, again, somebody who's been a new attitude, a little bit of a rebrand in here. Very, very decorated wrestler from all over the world. And the attire is just amazing. But in this match, managed by Sophia Lopez, of course, and I'm very excited to see Serpentine back because that first match was just amazing. But then, when you're talking about when you talk about dream matches, who would you want to see that has sort of a similar parallel here in WoW? And I think the Pro of the Philippines, Reyna Reyes, is the absolute match that it just makes perfect sense. You have literally these. First of all, these two both have faced Tessa this season in a title shot, both being unsuccessful, but very good match, taking Tessa to her very limit. So we know these two are going to have respect for each other because they both know where's it going to take to ultimately become the Wild Champion. And so with that being said, right in line, they should be one of these two, because considering who wins should probably be right next in line for a title shot. So not only just that, you do have the Battle of Two Nations. You really do. You have Mexico versus the Philippines, and the crowd is super into it. But this match, and when you talk about their styles, very fast, high flying. I mean, they're just all over the Belasco Theater. Literally, it was almost impossible to keep these two in the ring because they were just all over. But again, with a lot of respect and a lot of desire to ultimately become the champion, you see these two really push each other to the limit. But then there's this wild card factor, as always, with Sophia Lopez. Hopefully she doesn't get involved because on paper, this is a top tier quality A+ match that you hope that is just strictly to the wrestling and no interference. But we know Sophia Lopez always have something in her sleeve. Also, by all means, definitely check out WOWE.com, the website, Wild Women of Wrestling, so you can see the profiles for all these superheroes on this roster, and they give you a really extensive background on the people's story and rivalries and all the different sorts of things. And the reason I'm putting emphasis on the website is because with so much wrestling in this episode, typically we got the vignette packages where we kind of get a little bit of a backgrounds and so forth. Matter of fact, I kind of skipped a beat. You did get a really good vignette package for the Monsters of Madness in the beginning that we haven't had yet. So I truly appreciated that. But strictly in previous episodes, you got a lot more of it. This episode, I think they took a little step back, but so much good wrestling that now it's emphasis on, hey, check out the website so you can get caught up on a lot of the information and so forth. It's a really well done website, very extensive background. It's literally like a biography of somebody. There's no loopholes in figuring out who somebody is, their style of wrestling, finishing, all that good stuff. So definitely want to check that out. Next, we have Holidead and Siren the Voodoo Doll versus the Psycho Sister, Razor and Fury. Now, last week, if you've seen the episode, you did see where Dave McClain said he really wants to see that match happen. I was like, hell, I want to see that match happen. But I mean, you have to think about this now. You literally are getting two of the most craziest factions in WoW and putting them all into the ring together. by all means, you have to pray for the Belasco Theater not to burn down, because it's going to be an all-out brawl. But Dave made it happen. Dave wanted it to happen. He approached the two of them, and therefore he got it done. And so for another dream match on this card where you do have the two of those against each other. Now, the one interesting thing with this is that Siren and Voodoo Doll and Holidead have been putting outrageous, amazing quality vignettes each and every week, and I am obsessed with them. And absolutely, people, another one in my DJ Khaled voice, another one this week. But there's something very interesting about this one, something that kind of like, so just in case you're not paying attention, like Siren really puts on a very well told story about the method to their darkness. But there's as much focus as this is about the Psycho Sisters in their upcoming match. There's also a quick update on the Spirit's communication on the whereabouts of Princess Aussie. So really pay attention, because that is very, very important and interesting, as we've been wondering ever since they adopted her. What has happened? We've seen her wrestle, but like, what has happened? Like, is she the same? Like, it's still a lot of mystery to her after that adoption. But let it be known, Psycho Sisters are not worried at all. They're not scared one bit at all. So expect a really, really, really crazy match. But before that match happens, I have to say, like, oh boy, it's starting to become just a regular thing. Sophia Lopez, all I gotta say is Sophia Lopez and Lana Starr had a quick meeting, and God knows what they're up to. You're talking about two of the biggest tricksters in the Wild roster meeting with each other, possibly conducting business. Oh God, I don't even want to know. But yeah, this third match with Holidead and Siren and Voodoo Doll against the Psycho Sisters, I mean, let's just be honest, it's an all-out street fight. It is an absolute brawl. I don't know, man. Good luck to the ref being able to contain and manage that match, because I don't know how you're going to do it. But literally, that's going to be a match where it's going to be the numbers game versus the mind games, and we're going to see who absolutely comes atop after that. But please watch this match, because it's absolute crazy. It's crazy. And the ending is just almost mind-blowing. But the main event, as I said earlier, Jungle Grrrl versus the Beast. The monologue before this match absolutely explains it all.
Certain sports rivalries transcend competitors' past to greatness. Ali versus Frazier, Chrissy versus Martina, and Palmer versus Nicholas come to immediate mind. Tonight's battle between the Beast and Jungle Grrrl provides an epic match between two of wrestling's greatest. They are undeniably powerful, undeniably tenacious, undeniably relentless, and unquestionably wanting to beat the other.
The biggest predators in wild history. Team up. What's going to happen?
While the winner gets a shot at wrestling's undeniable diamond, the born legend and Wild World Champion Tessa Blanchard, a strong sentiment may be pulling at the emotions of these two combatants. They both diametrically oppose losing, and so we have arrived at this point in time. Two giants of the sport seeking to dominate the other in pursuit of the glory that comes with the Wild World Championship. On the heels of a series of ugly ambushes in a locker room brawl that shocked the world, tonight we all enter the famed Belasco Theater in Los Angeles to witness this epic battle for dominance. So go to the kitchen, get your favorite drink, your popcorn or snack, and put your heinies in your favorite chair, for the Battle of the Giants is about to begin.
Literally is, this rivalry is literally between two of wrestling's greatest, period. And it's all about their pursuit and the chase for the glory that the WoW Championship presents. And I mean, these two have had backstage brawls, backstabbing, and all types of crazy things. I mean, it's just it's so much fulfilled within this match. I just can't even put enough emphasis on it, period. Like, this was absolutely everything I wanted it to be. And let me make this very clear. Tessa Blanchard is watching this match remotely because she's banned from ringside. So this match absolutely just gets right to business. Right to business. You got this new attitude Jungle Girl versus the Beast. The Beast who's over and over has been proven to be so dominant. But it's finally just one-on-one, as the winner of this will get their one-on-one shot against Tessa Blanchard for the championship. But when these two class courses collide, just expect the roof to come off the theater. It is absolutely amazing. I can't put enough emphasis on it all. I mean, again, yeah, episode 7 is just crazy. It's literally crazy. And again, from these 4 solid matches, I think this is literally the best card thus far this season, and each and every match was just stellar. So much amazing quality wrestling on this episode. So everybody, please, Saturday 8 p.m. AXS TV, you can watch this episode live. Absolutely want to make sure that you stay locked into their Twitter account for all the updates, and obviously, like I said, check out the website to get all the background information on your favorite superheroes. But I can't wait for you guys to see this Saturday 8 p.m. AXS TV. It's going to be absolute nuts. I know you guys are going to go crazy after you see some of these matches and just the good quality wrestling, period. So everybody, thank you for tuning in, and again, we'll be back next week, obviously episode 8. So stay tuned, stay locked in. More things coming at you very soon.